Silence. It burns them, does it not? They speak, they mock, they try to get inside your head. They push, they prod, they wait for a reaction. But when you give them nothing, oh, that is when they begin to crumble. People are terrified of silence. It makes them uncomfortable. It forces them to face the void, the emptiness within their own minds. They are so used to noise, to distractions, to the constant validation of their own existence through words. And when you take that away, they panic. You see, the fool feeds on attention. He thrives on the energy you give him. Every word you speak in anger, every defense you put up, every explanation you offer, it is fuel to his fire. The moment you argue, the moment you try to prove your worth, you have already lost. Because now you are playing his game. And his game is designed to keep you running in circles, exhausting yourself while he sits back and watches you fall. But silence is a weapon. A blade sharper than any insult, heavier than any scream. It is the void that swallows their words whole. No comeback, no reaction, no validation. Just cold, empty nothingness. And that, my friend, is unbearable for them. Watch what happens when you refuse to respond, when you do not flinch, when you do not explain, do not defend, do not engage. Their words begin to lose power. Their confidence starts to waver. Their voice, once so loud, begins to sound desperate because they realize they are speaking to a wall. And what is more frustrating than trying to fight someone who refuses to fight back? It is amusing, really. The fool will say, "Are you scared? Have you nothing to say?" Oh, if only he knew the truth. Silence is not fear. Silence is not weakness. It is control. It is power. It is knowing that you do not owe them a single word, that their opinions do not shape your reality, that their insults cannot touch you unless you allow them to. And that is what breaks them. The realization that their words are useless, that they cannot reach you, that they have lost control. The weak will always seek noise. They need an audience. They need reactions. They need validation. But the strong do not explain. They do not justify. They do not waste their breath proving themselves to those who do not deserve an answer. So, the next time a fool tries to pull you into his little game, remember this: the most powerful response is no response at all. Stand still. Stay quiet. Let them talk. Let them shout. Let them drown in their own words. And when they finally realize that you are untouchable, that is when you will see it in their eyes. Fear. Because silence is the one thing they never expected. And that is why it is the most dangerous weapon of all. They want you to react. And you keep falling for it. Look around. The world is filled with fools. Loud, empty, desperate for attention. They insult, they mock, they challenge you, all for one purpose. They want you to react. They want to see you lose control. They feed on your anger, your frustration, your need to prove yourself. And time after time, you give them exactly what they want. You see, they understand something that you do not. They know that words are like strings, and the moment you engage, they have you like a puppet. They pull and you move. They push and you stumble. They say something cruel and you rush to defend yourself. It is a game, and they are winning because you keep playing by their rules. Think about it. How many times have you wasted your breath trying to argue with someone who never wanted to listen? How many times have you let a foolish comment ruin your entire day? How many times have you replayed an insult in your mind, thinking of what you should have said? That is the trap. They get inside your head, and suddenly you are the one suffering while they walk away without a second thought. And the worst part? They do not even care about being right. They do not need to make sense. Their goal is not truth. It is not reason. It is not fairness. It is control. They enjoy seeing you flinch. They enjoy watching you explain yourself, defend yourself, justify yourself. Because the moment you do, you are beneath them. You have given them power over your emotions. Weak people need reactions. They need validation. They need to feel important. That is why they provoke, why they insult, why they try to pull you down. It is not about you, it is about them. They feel small, so they try to make you feel smaller. They feel powerless, so they try to take away your power. They are drowning in their own insecurities, so they reach for you, hoping to drag you down with them, and you let them. Every time you argue, every time you explain yourself, every time you try to prove them wrong, you are playing their game, and their game is one you can never win. They insult you, you defend yourself. They mock you, you try to prove your worth. They lie about you, you waste your time setting the record straight. But no matter what you say, no matter how hard you fight, they will always twist your words, ignore your truth, and move the goalpost, because they were never looking for the truth. They were looking for control. And until you learn to stop reacting, they will always have it. You hand them your power, and you do not even see Tell me, why do you care so much? Why do their words have so much power over you? Someone insults you, and suddenly your blood boils. Someone mocks you, and you feel the need to defend yourself. Someone spreads lies about you, and you waste your time trying to set the record straight. But ask yourself, why? Why does their opinion matter? Why does their approval mean so much to you? You claim you want power, you claim you want control, yet you hand it away so easily. Every time you react, every time you argue, every time you let their words get under your skin, you are proving one thing: they own you. They speak, and you jump. They mock, and you explain. They insult, and you defend. You think you are fighting back, but you are only playing into their hands. Look at them. Look closely. Are they strong? No, they are loud. There is a difference. Strength is silent. Strength does not beg to be noticed. Strength does not scream for attention. But weakness needs noise. Weakness needs validation. Weakness needs you to respond, because without your reaction, it is powerless. But you keep giving them exactly what they want. You let their words shape your emotions. You let their opinions decide your worth. You let their judgments dictate your actions. And for what? To prove yourself to people who do not even respect you? To win an argument that never mattered in the first place? Let me tell you a little secret. The strong do not explain. The powerful do not justify. The wise do not argue with fools, because they understand something you do not silence is the deadliest response of all. Yet here you are, throwing away your energy, your peace, your dignity, just to prove something to those who do not deserve a second of your time. It is pathetic. It is weak. And if you do not change, you will never have control. So tell me, are you going to keep playing their game? Are you going to keep running in circles, chasing the approval of people who laugh at your struggle? Or are you finally going to wake up? Because if you truly want power, if you truly want control, then it is time to stop explaining, stop defending, stop reacting. Give them nothing. Say nothing. Watch how quickly they lose interest when they realize you are untouchable. But if you still insist on proving yourself, if you still feel the need to explain your worth to fools, then go ahead. Keep wasting your breath. Keep feeding their hunger. Keep playing the puppet while they pull the strings. Or you could cut the strings. You could walk away. You could watch as their words crumble into nothing, because without your reaction, they have nothing left. The choice is yours. But choose wisely, because power belongs to those who refuse to be controlled. Control is power, and silence is control enough. It is time to stop being their puppet. It is time to stop reacting, stop explaining, stop justifying. You want power? You want control? Then learn this: silence is your greatest weapon. When you refuse to respond, you take away their power. When you do not react, you become untouchable. They expect anger, they expect arguments, they expect you to fight back. But when you give them nothing, when you stand there with an unreadable face, when you meet their insults with silence, that is when they break. They cannot stand it. They need your reaction. They need proof that their words have an effect. But when you do not flinch, When you do not give them even a glance, they begin to doubt themselves. Their confidence wavers. Their words start to sound weaker, and soon they realize they have no control over you. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. It is the ability to choose when and where you speak, to decide who is worth your time and who is not. The strongest people do not waste their energy on fools. They do not argue with those beneath them. They do not throw away their peace just to prove a point. Look at the most powerful figures in history. Did they scream in the face of every insult? Did they chase after every fool who mocked them? No. They understood that silence speaks louder than any word ever could. They understood that their energy was too valuable to be wasted on those who did not matter. And that is why they commanded respect. You must learn to do the same. When they insult you, say nothing. When they mock you, look through them as if they do not exist. When they try to pull you into their little games, walk away. Not because you are afraid, not because you are weak, but because they do not deserve your attention. They will call you arrogant. They will call you cold. They will say you think you are better than them. And you know what? They are right. You are better. You are smarter. You understand that your time is too valuable to be wasted on meaningless battles. So let them talk. Let them shout. Let them throw their petty insults. Their words are empty. Their opinions are worthless. And deep down they know it. That is why they crave your reaction. That is why they need you to respond. Because without it, they are nothing. This is your solution. Master your silence. Control your emotions. Stop wasting your words on fools. Let them burn in their own frustration while you rise above them. Power belongs to those who cannot be controlled. And the easiest way to become uncontrollable is to say nothing at all. Your silence makes you untouchable now. Picture this. You walk into a room and the fools begin their usual games. They throw their words like daggers, hoping to cut you. They test you, waiting for a reaction. But you give them nothing. No anger, no frustration, no weakness. You stand still, calm, unreadable. And that is when the power shifts. At first, they try harder. They speak louder. They insult you with more venom, thinking they can break you. But as the seconds pass, they realize something terrifying: you are not like the others. You do not flinch. You do not explain. You do not care. And that is when their confidence begins to crack, because deep down they fear you. They fear what they cannot control. They fear the person who does not react, who does not bend, who does not seek approval. They fear the silence that makes them question themselves. You see, silence is not just about ignoring fools. It is about becoming untouchable. It is about mastering yourself so completely that no insult, no mockery, no petty words can shake you. That is true power. That is real strength. Imagine living without the need to prove yourself. Imagine walking through life with absolute control over your emotions. Imagine being so powerful that nothing, no words, no opinions, no foolish attacks can pull you down. That is what silence gives you. Freedom, strength, control. The weak waste their energy arguing, explaining, seeking validation from those who do not matter. The strong understand that not every battle is worth fighting. They choose their words wisely. They protect their energy. They speak only when it serves them, not when fools demand a response. And that is why they win. You must become that person. You must train yourself to remain calm in the face of chaos. You must learn to let the noise pass through you without effect. You must carry yourself with such quiet confidence that people feel your presence without you saying a single word. Do you know what happens when you master this? The same fools who once mocked you will start to respect you. The same people who tried to provoke you will grow uneasy in your presence. They will sense something different about you, something dangerous, because silence is a mystery, and mystery is power. So from this moment on, stop giving fools the reaction they crave. Stop explaining yourself to those who will never understand. Stop letting weak people pull you down to their level. Stand tall. Stay silent. Watch as the world struggles to figure you out while you move forward with absolute control. That is how you rise. That is how you dominate. That is how you become untouchable. Silence is the mark of the unstoppable now. Listen carefully. This is where everything changes. This is where you stop being the puppet and start pulling the strings. You have spent too much time explaining yourself to people who never cared. You have wasted too much energy proving your worth to those who are never worthy of your attention. But that ends now. From this moment forward, you will embrace the one truth that separates the powerful from the powerless. Control belongs to those who refuse to be controlled. And control begins with silence. When you stop reacting, you become unpredictable. When you stop explaining, you become untouchable. When you stop seeking approval, you become unstoppable. They will try to provoke you. They will test you. They will throw their words like weapons, hoping to find a weakness. But when they see you standing there, calm, unshaken, unreadable, they will feel fear. Because a man who cannot be broken by words is a man they cannot defeat. But look at the world around you. The loudest ones are always the weakest. They shout, they beg for attention, they argue over nothing. They have no power of their own, so they try to steal it from others. But you are different now. You do not need noise. You do not need validation. You have mastered the art of silence, and that makes you more dangerous than all of them combined. Now, let me ask you, who do you want to be? Do you want to remain a slave to your emotions, reacting like a fool every time someone throws an insult? Do you want to keep wasting your breath on arguments that lead nowhere? Do you want to live your life as a puppet, dancing every time someone pulls your strings? Or do you want to take control? Do you want to walk through life untouchable, indifferent to the opinions of fools, feared by those who seek to provoke you? Do you want to be the one who speaks only when it matters, whose words carry weight because they are not thrown away on the meaningless? The choice is yours. But know this silence is not just the absence of words, it is a statement. It is a declaration of strength. It tells the world that you answer to no one. It tells your enemies that they have no power over you. It tells the weak that they are nothing in your presence. So go ahead. Let them talk. Let them insult. Let them try. And while they waste their breath, you will rise. You will build. You will conquer. And when the day comes that they finally realize they can do nothing to shake you, they will understand the truth. Too late, you have already won.